Hello, in this lecture, we will talk about making numerical lists in Python. Lists are ideal for storing sets of numbers, and Python provides a number of tools to help you work efficiently with lists of numbers. Python's range function makes it easy to generate a series of numbers. For example, you can use the range function to print a series of numbers like this. Here we use a for loop for value in range 1, 5. Here the value is the item in object. The object is represented here with a range function from 1 to 5. Then inside the for loop we print out each value. The result is 1, 2, 3, 4 are printed out. You can see also this code looks like it should print the numbers from 1 to 5, but actually it doesn't print the number 5. In this example, range prints only the numbers 1 through 4. This is the result of the off by 1 behavior you will see often in Python and many other programming languages. To print the numbers from 1 to 5, you would use range 1, 6. So for value in range 1, 6, print a value, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be printed out. And actually, we can use a range to make a list of numbers. So if you want to make a list of numbers, you can convert the results of a range directly into a list using the list function. So numbers is a new variable, is assigned with a list, and inside the list is a range function from 1 to 6. Then we print the numbers, and the result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be printed out. So we can also use the range function to tell Python to skip numbers in a given range. For example, here is how we would list the even numbers between 1 and 10. So even numbers is a new list, and it is assigned with a list, and inside the list is a range function. We can see range function has 3 parameters. The first and the second are the lowest and the highest value, and the third, the default value is 1, so we can omit this if it is 1, like form examples. But here we add 2 here, which means every 2 value will be added to the new value. So we skip 1 value in each range. So here the result is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And you can also create almost any set of numbers you want to using the range function. For example, consider how you might make a list of the first 10 square numbers. So here we start an empty list called squares empty list. Then we tell Python to loop through each value from 1 to 10 using the range function. So here is a loop from 1 to 10. Here we have to write 11. Then inside the loop, the current value is raised to the second power and stored in the variable square. The current value is a value inside the range 1 to 11. Then for this value, we calculate to the square of this value, then assigned to a square variable. Then the new value of square is appended to the list squares. So squares, first, the beginning is an empty list. Then we append this square to this squares list. So you can see this is the single form, this is the plural forms. Then after the loop is finished, then we print squares. So the result will be squares of 1 to 10, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. And we can write this code more concisely just omitting the temporary variable square and append each new value directly to the list. So square is created as an empty list, then a for loop for value in range 1 to 11, then squares empty list is appended directly with the value in this range calculated as a square. So after this for loop finished, and we can print squares, the result is the same as the previous example. We will show all these commands in Anaconda Spider. So this is lecture 5, making numerical lists using the range function. Here for value in range 1 to 5, we print value. The result is 1, 2, 3, 4, not including 5. So if we want to print 1 to 5, then we have to, here we can make a list on 1 to 5, then print numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but here is a list because we use the list function. And this statement will list the even numbers between 1 and 10, called even numbers, the list function, and inside the list is a range function from 2 to 11, but every 2 number. Run this, then we print this list. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in this list. And we use append to do squares in for the value of the range, then put in the list. So first we create a squares empty list. Then for this range, for the value in range, we calculate each value, then with a square form, then put in the square variable. Then for the squares list, we append square value for each value of the range 1 to 11. Then in the end we can print this list. So 10 numbers which are square number of 1 to 10 are printed out. And we can write this more concisely, just omitting the temporary variable square. We can omitting this line, but change another line. Directly put a value square 2 directly append to the squares list. So we can run this together and print the squares. The result is the same. 10 square numbers are printed out for each value in the range 1 to 11. Just note 11 is not included. So actually from the 10 numbers of 1 to 10, and their squares are printed out.